In a world defined by choices and ambitions, the journey of Baba Abhay Singh, a disciple of Juna Akhada, presents a unique narrative. With a background in aerospace engineering from IIT Bombay, his path to spirituality was not based on conscious decisions, but rather an innate rujhan or pull towards devotion. As the Mahakumbh 2025 is underway, Baba Abhay Singh reflects on the forces that guided him to a life of service and spiritual journey all the way from IIT Bombay.
Born in Haryana, then like life took different turns. So I went to like IIT to study, then changed the path from engineering to arts, and that also didn't work. Then changed again. So kept changing unless like I arrived at the final truth, you can say. Then after that, I started exploring. Okay, so what is it like? It makes it. What is it the other people have discovered about it? Then I started like when you see Sanskrit, like how Sanskrit was written and composed. What makes Sanskrit so special? So if you see, the Maheshwaraya Sutra, like this Panini says, like he was in meditation. Then he got this sutra. It's like the Damru of Shiva, like Shiva gave him this, which is the base of the Sanskrit language. Then how it is composed, like with respect to grammar. So all of this knowledge, like it should be combined. It's not like separate, like like linguistic is like they're like this is a linguist guy, this is a spiritual guy, this is a Baba guy. No, because earlier the Rishi used to do both actually, and that was the method of doing it. Like if you study Ramanujan, like his math equation come from like Devi only. The same with me only. Like I only do bhakti of Shiva. All of my knowledge, like whatever I study like very less. Only some diagram I see. Okay, this is it. Then I understand it. Like Mahadev tells me, okay, like this is how it works. So that is the real way of doing it. You can say like the quest for the answer, quest for the knowledge. It took different forms in outside. Like initially you are searching for the like meaning of life to do what is like substantial in life, but then you shift. Then it was like then you are going through like mental health problem. Then the question was like how mind works. How do you get rid of these unwanted thoughts in your mind, which I think is very popular question these days. Like people, that's why a lot of people are actually getting attracted towards spirituality, not towards like getting moksha, but towards like okay, how do I actually calm my mind and reduce my anxiety and all of that, which is fine also, but then you have to connect it to the root also. Like what is the base of it, why so many techniques and meditation techniques are there. It's not just to calm your mind, it's basically there's a different like motive to it. And what is that motive and why is that motive so important that so many people have done and like given their entire life to it. No, I won't say like that was smooth and this is hard, because what seems hard for you from outside, it might be a natural tendency for me. Like sleeping outside in cold, it might not see it as hard, no. I might see like sleeping in a closed Delhi place where there is no air, polluted air, no light coming. You don't even know when sun rises, sun don't rises. That I will consider hard, because then you have completely lost connection with the environment. Now here at least you know you are with the nature, so it's much better, much easier than staying in completely closed cities and like that life. So it's a perspective. Like that was hard and like, this is like easy, or like that was easy, this is hard. And not really, but it does develop your logical thinking, reasoning capabilities. Like because when you study science, your reasoning capabilities increase, right? Your IQ, that we say. But then when you do like arts and everything, your EQ increases, your emotional quotient. You become more empath. Like when you are doing some story, like I have done like documentary projects on Kota. So there you go and you talk to the students there, and then you try to connect with their emotions of like why do they study, why do they commit suicide, what is the pressure on them. So that requires your EQ. So you need to develop both.
What was the time when you came to spirituality, and did you take Diksha or anything else? Who's your guru?
I mean, that's why I'm saying no, it's not like I came into spirituality in a sense. It's like you arrived at the answer, and then I start doing it intentionally. Initially, you don't know the answer. Obviously, that's why you are searching. If you already know the answer, why would you search? So initially you don't know the answer, but after knowing the answer, or after experiencing the answer, the much better words, then you like start seeing, okay, what is the scope of it, how far it extends, how many different ways it can be done, and then you start reading all of these different forms. Okay, this is how they have created Bharatanatyam, this is how they have created like Sanskrit, this is how they have created like all of these astrological charts, this is how, you know, the Rashi, which is say the signs, the 12 signs, these works. So then you start seeing, okay, how, so this was the base of it.